Welcome to Windchill Integration Across Enterprise Systems. My name is Brian Schouten. I'm the Director of Technical Presales for PROSTEP Inc. And this is part 4 in a 4-part series about OpenPDM integration with Windchill. In this part, we'll be talking about use cases and success stories about integration with Windchill. In the first part of our Windchill integration series, we talked about a digital enterprise vision and different integration strategies you can use in order to accomplish that. In the second part, we talked through some integration planning and some fundamentals of our product OpenPDM used for that. In the third part, we took a little bit more of a deep dive into OpenPDM and took a look at some different demos surrounding integration. And in this part, we'll talk through some success stories, use cases, and next steps. Something that differentiates OpenPDM from other integration platforms is that it's solely defined and really refined around the product lifecycle management itself. And it's designed not just for PLM systems, but for all the systems that support those processes, starting at MBSE and requirements, design, PLM systems themselves, change management, configuration management, MES, ERP, and service type platforms as well. So carrying that data through the process. And then also the processes, then the data models that support that. So, thinking of versioning and revisioning and other concepts that come across there are all built within OpenPDM so that it can do this type of activity efficiently. OpenPDM has been around for over 25 years and has really matured over that time. So when it came out around 25 years ago, it was an automatic PLM synchronization tool, primarily at German automotive OEMs. Shortly after that, there's a lot of market demand for ERP synchronization, which is a primary integration use case. So we added to this a synchronization that you could use between a PLM and an ERP to move between engineering, manufacturing domains, kind of move it downstream. In 2010, added the idea of partner data exchange with joint ventures, so integrating over corporate borders and providing filtering and processes that support synchronization like that. In 2012, adding system migration, and this includes new APIs for bulk load and processes that support that. So initially it was using connectors that OpenPDM had, but then adding on different features in order to support those use cases better. 2015, we're extending more into software, model-based systems engineering, adapting OSLC and integrating with that, providing information linking and federation of data using linked data exchange, those types of concepts. And in 2020, with OpenPDM 9, we switched to a microservices architecture in order to make it more cloud-enabled and provide connectivity more, and deployability, and work on Kubernetes and other types of containers as well. And now, modern 2025 OpenPDM, we're really working as a digital thread platform, trying to bring together all the different sources of data and provide continuity across that, and also providing software as a services offerings for cloud-enabled environments as well as on-prem. So the basic modules for OpenPDM are OpenPDM Integrate, OpenPDM Migrate, and OpenPDM Collaborate. We also have a fourth, OpenPDM Ship, which is including shipbuilding processes and CAD transformation from like Aveva, CADmatic, SSI, and others. So if you're interested in that, go take a look at our website and you can find more information on that. But today we'll be focusing really on these three here, OpenPDM Integrate, which is really an a la carte solution to bring together any number of different connected systems in order to federate data, replicate data, and really kind of bridge that PLM, bring data to the right user at the right time throughout your product lifecycle. OpenPDM Migrate is a tool for moving from one source of data to another. Typically, this is between different vendors. where you can export data, transform it, and load it, or do kind of a coexistence approach and migrate data over time between different systems, depending on what your use cases are and how many different users you have, and risks that you're willing to take on a one-time migration. It's got a lot of tools for handling that type of migration, like high performance, APIs for systems, staging databases, reporting tools, all those types of things. OpenPDM Collaborate is an automated partner integration solution. That could be between your PLM and your partner's PLM directly, or between your PLM and a neutral PLM that's maybe used for a joint venture or like an aerospace program, something like that. And there's a couple of different processes, core to collaboration. First, trying to do a delta synchronization, so just updating what's been changed because you're typically dealing with very large data sets. And then second, doing IP filtering and making sure that what's going to the partner available data is just what they need and not more information than what you want to send. OpenPDM has a wide variety of integration out-of-the-box connectors. So you see at the bottom, we've got Windchill, Teamcenter, 3D Experience, but we also have other PLM systems down there and support for other legacy systems. Over the 25 years that the product's been around, we have provided a lot of support for different systems. On the right, ALM, MBSE systems like Teamwork Cloud, Polarian, Jira, Codebeamer. On the top, ERP and IoT data exchange systems. On the left, different formats. So web services interfaces like RESTful services are bundled with everything OpenPDM does. We have an OSLC provider that you can enable any different system to be OSLC provider enabled. And also, STEP, XML, and ASCII, other formats, depending on what your needs are. So let's talk through a few different use cases and success stories with OpenPDM and Windchill. At a bearing and seal supplier, we introduced OpenPDM so that they could use Windchill with Creo CAD as their product lifecycle management tool, and also where the design authoritative source of truth is. With Teamcenter, that was introduced for production planning so that they could then do manufacturing bill of materials and future manufacturing operations. So OpenPDM in the middle was able to export then the part structure, export the Creo data, create JT that's used for Teamcenter, create and transform into an MBOM, and then import that into Teamcenter so that the manufacturing engineers could move forward with that. Another use case that really involves integration of different domain systems, including PLM, ALM, simulation, issue tracking, requirements, and others, is with this automotive and powertrain and chassis supplier. So here, again, Windchill was used as a repository for Creo and the authoritative source of truth for both the CAD and the parts. But then Codebeamer was used as an ALM tool, an issue tracker and project management tool. Windchill RVNS, Integrity, used for requirements and project management. Jira for issues, and Teamcenter used for analysis, where they could perform with TC for SIM data analysis, and then also integrated with Polarian for project management. So Windchill data could be synchronized into Teamcenter in order to provide the analysis and then results synchronized back, as well as other use cases surrounding that in order to ensure that you could have data exchange across the different domains when you're doing concurrent development within your product lifecycle. In another automotive supplier of roof systems, They've used CATIA and 3D Experience, and that was in a legacy VPM v4 environment, but now in a 3D Experience CATIA environment. And they want to use their designs within 3D Experience with their PLM that they have within Windchill. So they introduced OpenPDM that they're using along with a Theorem CAD conversion in order to translate data from 3D Experience into Windchill data and Creo View data as well. So, and bidirectional integration between the different systems, providing the automated generation of the visualization data from the design source. So this is kind of a TDM PDM integration of Windchill and 3DX. So another use case and success story with Windchill OpenPDM integration is at a commercial aircraft OEM. So they introduced Windchill as a product lifecycle management tool, bridging together their legacy Innovia and CATIA v5 environments with their ERP and SAP environments. So within this, there was a lot of different use cases, synchronizing Innovia data, creating Creo View, creating the design BOM, creating the engineering bill materials, creating the MBOM and SBOM, synchronizing MBOM and SBOM with ERP, and doing a lot of bidirectional synchronization, over 50 data integrations between all three environments. So a lot of integration capability, so you can support the product lifecycle and automated integration between them. And finally, the next steps are to reach out to PROSTEP. We're really here to help. We'd love to hear from you. The two best ways to do that are, number one, email infocenter@prostep.com. Send us a message with what your questions are, what your interests are, and then we can route you to the correct person to answer some of those. Or go to www.prostep.com and take a look at the products and services that we're offering. And there's other information about contacting us up there as well. And thank you again for watching our Windchill integration series. This is the end of the fourth part in our four-part series. And feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'm Brian Schouten, Director of Technical Presales at PROSTEP Inc. And we appreciate any feedback. So let us know if you've got any questions or comments, or are interested in anything that you've seen here. We'd be happy to help. Thanks again.